What's good, Humble Squad? It's your boy HumbleZiggy, and we back here with another reaction for y'all. And we here with another death battle reaction for y'all. And we got Aang versus Traveler, Avatar versus Genshin Impact. Now, you already know I have to pull for Aang and such. But honestly, when we're looking at this, if you see the thumbnail, I'm like, and I see in the description there was a challenge, there was literally like a question, who is the stronger elementus? I mean, to me, just off the rip, when you got one of them who literally has the 4 elements that makes up an unstoppable person, earth, wind, water, and fire. Can you really say nothing? But knowing how death battle is, they always, cause you would think from first distance, you would obviously think Aang is gonna win, but you never know. With how death battle does their description of certain people, they might look of a better, more winner and such, but we'll see. But most likely I'm pulling for Aang, so we about to check this out. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on my socials up there, and without further ado, let's get it.
Aang the Avatar versus Aether the Traveler.
Which journeyman will come out on top in this elemental battle?
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. Water, earth, fire, air. Long
air.
Ago, the 4
Air. What mean air, wind? Kind of the. I know I fucked it up there, but kind of the same. If you would say, just say.
4 nations lived in harmony.
Sorry that I fucked
united
it
by
up,
a
but
master of the
still.
elements, the Avatar.
This Avatar reincarnated as different people for centuries, all with their own struggles. And man, was that true for our boy Aang.
Not at first, of course, thanks to his master and guardian, Yatso.
As a cheeky little air nomad, Aang traveled the world causing shenanigans, all while learning to control the winds with airbending.
Based on the real-life martial art Bagua Zhang, airbending is the most spiritual of the 4 bending styles, focusing on evading and diverting attacks through circular motions. With even the smallest movement, Aang can create tornadoes, run like the wind, and block hypersonic explosions.
The perfect style for a twinkle-toed goofball like Aang. He even invented his own technique, the air scooter. How does he not fall off that thing?
Add in a glider staff for flight, and the sky was the limit. But you know how it goes. Everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. Their conquest spread, war was inevitable, and Aang was the only one who could save the world.
Yeah, he wasn't happy with all that, and being forcibly separated from Gyatso. He was just a kid, so he froze up, like, literally.
I mean, as you saw in the graph where it says his age, I know it said biologically he looks 12, but that nigga is 112 years old. Shit. If you gonna tell me this is how a 112-year-old kid looks like, shit. Let me know the secret formula for the fountain of youth, cause boy, a lot of people right now would want to look like they're 12, but really they're 100 years old. Shit.
From Gyatso. He was just a kid, so he froze up. Like, literally. He accidentally froze himself and his adorable Sky Bison Appa for 100 years.
Until he was awakened by the Water Tribe siblings Katara and Sokka. Time wasn't kind to Aang's people. With no avatar to keep balance, the Airbenders, Aang's entire culture, were wiped out by the Fire Nation.
Oh, that's rough, buddy. But Aang took the wake-up call to heart.
As the Avatar, it's Aang's duty to understand the world's people, learning their cultures, their sadness, joy, and humanity.
And what better way to do that than learning how they kick ass?
From the Northern Water Tribe and his twin crush, Aang learned waterbending. Themed around fluid Tai Chi movements, this style controls liquid in all forms to freeze targets, create water whips, and even cut through steel.
Learning earthbending was way tougher, but Aang's friend Toph taught him to stop being a wimpy pushover. Now he can armor himself in stone, move the terrain of entire cities, and fight blind with a sonar-style seismic sense.
Earthbending is themed around the steady stances of Hung Quan Kung Fu, waiting for the right moment to strike head-on.
There was a lot to learn, but even with the world at stake and this moody hothead on his tail, Aang had fun doing it. Who could forget the adventures penguin sledding, going through the bending bayous, and living in Ba Sing Se, the city where no wars ever happened.
Yet across his journey, one power eluded Aang: the Avatar state, an enhanced mode of being that came to him in moments of peril.
Sure, if Aang dies in it, the Avatar cycle ends permanently, but who cares when it gives you enough power to wipe out a whole Navy fleet?
Come on, Boomstick. The Avatar state is more than just a power amp.
Jocelyn, how long have you been standing there?
I've been here the whole time. I lurk where all Avatar talk is. Through the cosmic power of the Avatars before him and the ancient spirit Rava, Aang gains the knowledge and experience of all previous Avatars, greatly expanding his bending options. Lava bending from Avatar Roku, sonic shouts from Avatar Yang Chen, and even more are theoretically available to him through their memories.
Oh, I get it. You can't just grind your way to controlling the Avatar state.
Right. If Aang wanted to stop Fire Lord Ozai, he needed something else.
He needed onion banana juice.
Yeah, technically, I suppose. Gross.
Specifically, Aang sought the guidance of Guru Patek. Mastering his power meant clearing his chakras, emptying his mind of earthly attachments. Seems simple, but this also meant rejecting his feelings for Katara, the person he loved most.
When he had to choose between the world or the girl, Aang followed his heart and it didn't end well.
He got better. Aang was determined to understand the world's people, even the enemy Fire Nation. Something he accomplished thanks to the redeemed Prince Zuko.
I'm sorry. Granted, look, you gotta realize, at one point, if y'all, now look, these are one of these shows where, like a Pokemon or like Dragon Ball, I didn't watch heavily, but from time to time I've watched it. And we can all be honest. Now, currently, when we know about him, he was a good guy and such, right? But first time when we saw him, this nigga was a dick. A straight up asshole. An evil bastard. Right? But from time to time, even when he was an evil bastard, he still had his little moments of rebellion in him. So, but now, like they said, he's the new reformed. But boy, beforehand, Zuko, you was an asshole.
World's people, even the enemy.
And you couldn't tell me otherwise.
Something he accomplished thanks to the redeemed Prince Zuko, the Sun Warriors.
And these two honking dragons! Aang was scared of firebending, but it's totally awesome. It's not just about burning and blowing shit up. Okay, well it is, but there's so much more to it.
Formed from the explosive movements of Shaolin Kung Fu, firebending controls all manner of heat. And through the teachings of fire and water, he can redirect lightning bending, a burst of atmospheric discharge shot at over 200,000 miles per hour.
Iroh, the best uncle ever, used his techniques to redirect natural lightning. So, you know it's the real deal. Not crazy enough? At his peak, Aang surpassed benders who could throw buildings, melt stone, and hold up this gigantic library solo. Whooping Ozai's butt should be no problem, right?
Not exactly. You see, the air nomads were pacifists who believed in the value of life above all. Being the last airbender, Aang didn't think his people were truly gone unless he went back on their teachings, meaning he really didn't want to kill Ozai.
So, what, he's just a coward now? Mr. Firelord is about to burn down the entire Earth Kingdom!
Not at all. Are you even listening? Aang was simply at odds with what he wanted and what the world expected, so he needed to make a choice.
Right. In his greatest challenge yet, Aang discovered his true self, making his spirit unbendable and finally mastering the Avatar state.
Making him as strong as avatars who could cause hurricanes, tsunamis, and volcanic eruptions.
Or in Avatar Kyoshi's case, a new island. As in, she broke off nearly 30 square miles of a peninsula to form a new landmass.
So basically, she did the pain. She did a pain.
But to defeat Ozai, Aang needed one final element, something few avatars had bent before: energy bending.
Not the easiest thing to do,
energy
but Aang totally overwhelmed Ozai, severing the tyrant's connection to fire and stopping his invasion, all while keeping his no-kill run intact. The ultimate.
Don't tell me he's freaking doing a Batman type of shit, saying no killing. Man, god damn you, Batman. You might be a great superhero and all, but Jesus fucking Christ. I'm gonna say it like this. I know y'all gonna say, action. Look here, for people who are like that, shut the fuck up, okay? I'm just talking my talk. I'm gonna just say like this. Ever since Batman had that whole thing where he had the no killing rule, all because the villains killed his family and all that, and just because you don't want to be known, I'm gonna say it like this, and this is just me personally, and I'm gonna say this. Say what you want to say. I'm gonna say this for myself. Anytime, and look, I know it don't have nothing to do with Aang, but the minute when I hear a thing like this, look, my simple mind goes to this. If I'm supposed to be a helper of the universe, right? Just say it like that, right? And a different nation killed my people, wiped out my people, they gone. And I'm the last of them. You need to tell, and in order to not only save the universe and save the world basically, but also be the last of my kind. And you need to tell me that the only thing is stopping me from saving the world and wiping out and get my revenge on the mother effers who put my people to rest is the... Man, look here. Aang and Batman, I guess, but mostly Aang, you're the better person than me. I'm sorry. But not only I'm saving the world, but I'm wiping those suckers out. Not only they wiped my people out, they did that to the whole entire tribes. From the waterbenders to the airbenders, the wind, like, mother sucker. Earthbenders and such, like, mother boy, I'm wiping y'all out too. Fuck out of here. Y'all try to wipe us out, man, we wipe y'all out. Fuck you. That's all I'm saying.
Something few avatars had been
Maybe
before.
that's a little pain in me.
Not the easiest thing to do, but Aang totally overwhelmed him.
Basically, don't give me those powers, cause boy, I would do motherfuckers who done me dirty. So dirty.
Severing the tyrant's connection to fire and stopping his invasion, all while keeping his no-kill run intact. The ultimate FU to this warlord's ideology.
Now that the Fire Nation had cooled off, Aang led a new era of peace with the United Republic of Nations, a place where all people could prosper and where a new generation and a new avatar would take the reins.
He even got hitched with Katara. Take that, Zutara shippers!
I will end you.
For all his doubts, Aang fulfilled the Avatar's destiny and then some, and he did it in a way that was true to who he was.
Because before being the Avatar, or even an Airbender, the greatest thing he could ever be was himself. All in a day's work for a free, fun-loving kid.
Even though he was at
coming up
112.
thanks to this episode's sponsor, DraftKings Casino.
We ain't doing all that. Look, get your coins and all that, but we don't deal with shit like that.
Withdrawable spins issued as 50 spins per day for 20 days. Valid for select games only and expire each day after 24 hours. Spins values vary. See terms at casino.draftkings.com/promos. Ends August 23rd at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time.
Add extra barbecue sauce.
Ad Astra Abbasas. Welcome to Tevat, a mysterious land governed by godly archons that drew the eye of someone beyond the stars, Ether.
AKA the Traveler, who escaped his dying world with his sister Lumine in search of the flowers that bloomed on their lost home, only to crash land, awaken to an apocalypse, and get cubed by this jerk.
Separated from his sister, Ether awoke, again, in a new, less apocalyptic age, and fished up his own pathetic pet pixie, Paimon.
Yeah, she makes for good emergency food. With his new guide, Traveler to the windy country of Mondstadt to find his link to the past, but got a Breath of the Wild glider instead.
And his first element, Animo, letting him make air slashes, tornadoes, and of course,
Windblade! But guess what? Traveler wasn't the only one with a power like this. Savat was full of blessed people wielding these relic things called visions.
Vision bearers can imbue their weapons and bodies with elemental power, summon items, and use a special, vision to perceive the elements around them.
Normally, they're limited to a single element, but Traveler is just built different. Through Paimon's guidance, he began collecting elements from mysterious statues across Teyvat. No vision relic needed for him.
Each nation had a new culture, a new element, a new crisis.
And new character banners. When asked to play a sleuth for a murder case in Liyue, Traveler wasn't interested. A corpse couldn't tell him where his sis was, but he was roped in anyway and got the Geo ability to form rock constructs and eruptions of Earth.
When Aether ventured to Inazuma, he didn't care about its war with the Vision Bearers and their Archon either, until he saw the suffering caused by its tyrannical rule, and joined the resistance with electro abilities, fighting the powers that be using electric buzzsaws, thunder blades, and lightning.
He even learned to dodge lightning. Other electro users like my wife Lisa can...
That might be a little difficult now for Aang, because he used fire and lightning. So, all I'm gonna say is, Aang, you better not try to do a lightning strike, because if he dodges that, you might be in trouble.
Lightning.
He even learned to dodge lightning. Other electro users like my wife Lisa can conjure storms. No shock when my adopted daughter Klee made explosions that raised mountains. Traveler met all kinds of people like this. You know the type. Twinks.
Yeah, Teyvat has its own laws, Boomstick. Many twinks being one of them. Maybe 2 or 3 of them, actually.
Ringmaster.
Shut up, Wiz. This guy's been playing Genshin since launch.
I know everything there is to know about the Genshin meta. Either can mix elements for different reactions. Basically, big elemental combinations. Geo crystallizes materials into special barriers. Electro mixed with water stuns foes. Animo spreads elements around in swirls of destruction. Boom, 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 boom!
Like how I combine beer and gunpowder.
Exactly, Boomstick. Using Dendro, Traveler can form plant life that, when mixed with water and lightning, makes homing beams. Yeah, run from that. With enough clever thinking and artifact farming, you can combine anything in Genshin.
Okay, we get it. Go lose another 50-50, you whale.
I'll show you a whale. Drop one on your lap next time you're not looking.
In Sumeru, Traveler later be...
Well, damn, Wiz. This first of all, this is the first time I see they collab. For me, to my knowledge, they collab with other people. First time I see Wiz getting annoyed and shit by somebody, which is not Broomstick.
I'll show you a whale. Drop one on your lap next time you're not looking.
In Sumeru, Traveler later beats Scaramouche, an edgy catboy with multiple elements at his fingertips, all in a time loop that got repeated 168 times.
Speaking of time, Aether had control of more than just his own future. Teyvat's fate fundamentally changed in ways small and grand, all through his unending willpower.
Because the Traveler was a descender, someone unbound by the land's destiny. Even this big tree that records all of the world's events had no idea he existed.
Like when he helped defy the judgment of a biblical flood in Fontaine, where he mastered Hydro for his best Cuphead impression with water bullets.
Heck, a dinosaur chose not to blow up the world just because Paimon and Traveler befriended it. If that wasn't cool enough, Traveler can, unrelated, turn into a dinosaur. Hell yeah! Yo, look at him. Wonder if I could get a dinosaur on my Genshin team.
Through these legally distinct Pokemon, Aether can fly, dig through the earth, or charge foes like a Jurassic bull. He traveled across the land, searching far and wide, and finally stopped swinging that one-star dull blade.
Instead, picking up the prototype Rancor, which he wields like a beast thanks to the Swordmaster Skirk, and several straight days of training. What a grind set! Still, Traveler's Sis kept eluding him, choosing to hang in the shadows with these Gluminati folk.
A group from Conria, the nation cursed by the gods for messing with the Abyss. Unbeknownst to Aether, his sister had already traveled to Teyvat in a journey that mirrored his own.
And at the end, she found... Well, we don't really know. Not yet, at least. But whatever it is got her to side with the creepy villains. Plot twist!
Eventually, Aether reached the nation of Natlan to fight in its never-ending war with the Abyss. He gained the Pyro element, learning to launch fireballs and explosions combined of flame with lightning.
He didn't just dabble in fancy pyrotechnics. By connecting with the people there, Traveler achieved Night Soul's Blessing, a power-up state fueled by primordial element juice, strong enough to make a blade of fire hundreds of feet long. Hell yeah, that's strong enough to take down the heart of the Abyss, which is on the level of 5-star waifus like Mawika and the Raiden Shogun.
An Archon who, in ages past, sliced Yashiori Island in two.
That's cool, but how about when this Venti guy threw a whole-ass mountain? According to Paimon, Traveler can level a mountain himself.
Additionally, Aether learned how to use light energy to form a Kuvaki shield, something he used to protect the people of Nodcry by blocking a cannon blast with enough energy to obliterate a town.
This was no ordinary cannon either. It also uses Kavaki energy, so that's a beam of light.
Through all his adventures, Aether had come to genuinely care for Tevat's people. Maybe one day he will reunite with his sister, but for now, he's fighting for a whole new world. His new home.
Ooh, you need a higher adventure rank for that.
Don't you worry, gang. I dumped all my savings into Primo Gems for this. We can't miss when those ice guys trying to kill the Traveler inevitably warm up to him. Still got it.
Oh, so that's why you're broke as shit.
To Aether, the journey has meaning. The birds of Tevat, the songs of its people, they are all part of it. Even if he's against the Abyss itself, a new dawn is somewhere just beyond the stars, and a field of flowers Lumine too loved. The battle's about to start, and if you like death battle music, some of your favorite battle tracks are coming to a collectible vinyl album.
This album features 10 tracks from our independent era, created by our awesome composers Brandon Yates and Darewolf Media, like Death in Bloom from Ruby vs. Maka,
or Requiem for a Thief from Joker vs. Giorno.
Oh, can't forget Game Over from Bowser vs. Eggman.
And more. Plus, it makes a great piece of art to display around your place. Drawn up by our own animation director, Luis Cruz.
This album is only available for pre-order, so head to deathbattle.gg or click the link in the description before August 10th and pre-order a copy so you don't miss out.
And remember, Archivist and Chronicler members get a discount. That's deathbattle.gg, the home of Death Battle.
That was the only time I
that was our set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
Like I said, we still going with Aang, so I like how recently with the battles, no dialogue, no meeting the person for the first time, just straight up to the battle. Just straight on, start fighting.
Two elements?
Right here. If I'm not mistaken, and I remember seeing Internet City and them react to what was it? The combat gods and such. Tell me why this shot right here mimics that particular shot where I think it was either the red guy or it was the red guy hit the yellow guy so hard that his one eye poked out and such. So yeah, this shot just remind me of that.
What's going on? I'm on Ghost treasure hunting for 2 minutes now. Everything is going kaboom.
Shut up.
Cool glider. Can it do this?
Come on, traveler. Get up. Never, ever, ever stop moving forward. Remember.
No one fights alone.
The Avatar stage.
For those who came before, and those who will follow. I am Avatar Aang, the Last Airbender. Take this!
In the heights and shallows.
Through infinite dusks and gold!
Way to go, traveler. But does this mean no treasure?
And the dailies are done. What a miss.
This was an interesting pairing, so let's break this down by power, experience, speed, and elements.
Okay, I'm getting sick and tired. Just in a little bit that some of my favorites, or certain ones that I know of, are losing to sons of... You know what? Look, Boomstick. Wait. Fuck y'all, I don't even want to hear y'all. I want to just let me know when the next battle is. Respectfully when I say that, cause god damn it, I've been on the lowest. When am I gonna get one win? Shit. Let me get a win. I don't hear about y'all no more. Let me get a win.
Goes to the Traveler, cinching his victory. Either way you cut it, he was in his element.
The winner is the Traveler.
Stop it,
Ether.
Boomstick.
Okay, I'm ready for my cameo. Oh.
Next time on Death Battle.
What we got next time? Break.
Subscribe and join as a member
Hi.
to see more.
So we got Kai versus Toad, Tahu, Ninjago versus Bionicle. That's gonna be new for me because I don't know. I've heard of Ninjago before because it's Legos that always does like certain movie stuff or whatever. So I've heard of Ninjago before, but never watched it technically. And Bionicle, I am me. Never even heard of that shit, so yeah. But yeah, like I said, I'm getting sick and tired of these motherfuckers that I barely know about winning against the ones I somewhat know about or always know about. God damn it. But I'm gonna get one win. Be feeling like it's bullshit. Cause I'm expecting Aang to win, god damn it. I wanted Aang to win. Fuck. That battle. People have said that you be on some bullshit sometimes when it comes to these outcomes of these battles. I'm starting to believe them. But ultimately it was a good battle. But y'all let me know what y'all thought about this down in the comments below. Did y'all think they made the good choice? Was it a bad choice? Do y'all believe Aang should have won, which I believed? Or was it the right winner in Trapper? Let me know in the comments below. But it's been your boy HumbleZiggy signing out. Stay positive, keep the vibes up, and make sure to hit that subscribe button. We're on the road to 4.5k subscribers. And normally I always say if you want me to do a donation, if you want a reaction donation and such request, if you want a reaction request, and if you want to support the channel, hit me up on not only my Cash App, but you can. I now started using PayPal, so hit me up on my PayPal, which is paypal.me/HumbleZiggy1. It'll probably be in the description down below. But yeah, with that being said, being your boy HumbleZiggy signing out. Stay positive, keep the vibes up. I'm out.